Africa. My name is Engineer Hope Chanda, the CEO and convener of the Energy Forum for Africa. The Energy Forum for Africa EFFA 2025 edition is here. We are counting down 6 more days to go. And I'm here to give you an update of how far we have come and where we are going and what you should expect at the forthcoming conference. To start with, we had a successful conference last year, EFFA 2024, and we had the honor and privilege of having His Excellency the President of Zambia officiate and inaugurate the first ever EFFA 2024. And this year, for the second time in a row, we are honored to have His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, Dr. Hakainde Hichilema, coming back to witness the success that we have recorded for the past 1 year in the name of getting financing for the Chisamba 100 megawatt solar plant. As you may be aware, the EFFA platform was where all the parties met and were able to syndicate and indeed finance and close the financing of the power plant. And so we have an addition of 100 megawatts, and that is a score on our part. This year, again, we are bringing key stakeholders, decision makers who are coming together to find solutions to the problems that we are facing in the energy sector in the SADC region. So we have financiers coming together, we have technical experts coming in together, we have IPPs coming and indeed investors. These will sit down and find solutions in terms of how to finance projects, how to de-risk projects, how to find financing for the project, how to make projects bankable, how to balance the grid, and all kinds of topics that should give us a successful conference coming up. And then just to update you, for this year, we are honored to have 3 visiting ministers in the name of Honorable Minister Ramakopa from South Africa, Minister of Electricity and Energy. We also have Honorable Estavo Pale from Mozambique, Minister of Energy, and indeed we have the vibrant Honorable Boholo Kaniwendo. She is coming in from Botswana and she's the Minister of Energy. So we have 3 ministers of energy from the region. We also have utilities coming in from the region. We have ZESA Zimbabwe, we have ESCOM Malawi, we have EDM Mozambique, we have TANESCO, and indeed our local utilities, ZESCO, Lunsemfa Hydro, and the Copperbelt Energy. And in order to ensure that we have harmonized regulation for the region, we will bring to you this year the regional regulators in the energy sector. We have the Energy Regulatory Board of Zambia. We also have NESA, the regulator from South Africa. We have ARIN, the regulator from Mozambique, and we have MERA, the regulator from Malawi. These will also come in to talk about how we can harmonize regulation for the region so that we can operate freely within each region, export and import power with each other flawlessly. So coming next week, various IPPs will spotlight their projects. We want to actualize the 1,000 megawatt solar explosion, and we have a chance for these to pitch their projects so that other investors can see what's going on in Zambia. We also have an intergovernmental memorandum of understanding lined up and signing of various PPAs, just for you to see that we are taking action. Last year, it was a call to action, and this year we are actualizing what we planned last year. So come in numbers, let's do this together and improve the energy sector for the region. We want to forge a borderless energy future for Africa.
Hello and welcome to another exciting interview episode with Financial Insight. My name is Clarence Chongo, and this afternoon I'm your host. We are at Northwestern Electricity Company headquarters, which is in Long Acres, right here in Lusaka. And I've got the lovely Natasha Kamanga here with me. She's the Corporate Affairs Officer for NWEC, as the company is affectionately referred to. Natasha, welcome to Financial Insight.
Thank you for having me.
Indeed. Let's start off by you just giving a little bit of an intro of yourself so you can tell our audience who you are, what you do for NWEC, and what that role entails. And you can talk a little bit about the company as well.
All right. My name is Natasha Kamanga. I am the Corporate Affairs Manager at Northwestern Energy Corporation. I've been in my role for the last 2 years. I handle the internal and external communications of the company, so that deals with the public relations, deals with talking to investors, potential clients, dealing with the internal communications of employees, and just sort of also handling the marketing of the business as well. So that includes attending conferences, trying to see who are our right partners, sponsoring conferences, sponsoring exhibitions, attending them. So it's just a wide variety of things that I do, a little bit of everything.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. So you mentioned conferences and events and your role in sponsoring such. And specifically, the one that we're talking about today is the Energy Forum for Africa, or popularly known as EFFA. So tell us a little bit about that. What is EFFA?
EFFA is an energy forum that is about leading partners, investors, and other people who are in the energy sector, and having them come together to speak and discuss sustainable solutions as well. So it's definitely a key forum that has started, and we're very excited to be taking part in the second one.
Excellent. So it's more like a thought leadership think tank around energy, isn't it?
Yes, I think they've got quite a lot of all the industry players. So it's not just the generators, the transmission institutions. It also has the engineers. It has solar energy. It's a mix of everything.
Yeah, so it's bringing all the energy, if you like, players in the ecosystem into one big room to thrash out ideas and strategies.
Yes, it definitely has everyone. All the key energy players are going to be there. And that's why we felt that it was also important that this time around, in its second year running, that we also attend and also sponsor.
Okay, so do you have any specific business outcomes that you wish to obtain or attain through your sponsorship of EFFA?
Yes, we do. For the last few years, as Northwestern Energy will soon be 20 years in the next 3 years, we haven't really had a brand awareness. We've sort of taken a step back, and we've sort of worked with our customers who know us, but the day-to-day person doesn't know what Northwestern Energy is and what we do. So for us, it's just important to also expand our brand awareness, and we also want to make sure that the everyday person knows who we are. We also want to make sure that other energy players know who we are, and also energy players outside of Zambia know who we are, because we have a very unique story, as we are the first private electricity distribution company in Zambia, and we're fully Zambian owned. So I think we want to make sure that even as energy has grown in awareness, and energy is the biggest topic currently now, as well as dealing with the load shedding, that people get to know that there's a unique story, there's a unique company, and it's one of its kind. So even as we are working towards expanding our company, we felt as though that this was the right platform to sort of take a step in building brand awareness, and also potentially finding other investors as well to help in our future projects.
Absolutely. You talk about expanding. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand that NWEC is diversifying, going into energy trading alongside your distribution business. So how do you see your sponsorship of EFFA as contributing to the brand visibility, not just in Zambia, but perhaps across the region as well?
Yes, as we want to expand our business and as we take a step into power trading with open access, we feel as though that EFFA is one of the first key steps in meeting all the other key players and potential partners that we could have as we work towards becoming power traders and also generators.
Absolutely. And how, because I can imagine that being at a conference as big as EFFA promises to be, you are going to get a lot of opportunity to meet new people and network with them and have interaction that could potentially lead to business opportunities. So is that something you want to leverage at this conference, as in actual deal making networking potential?
Yes, we would love to leverage the sponsorship of the event. As we are expanding, we want to know who the key players are in other subsectors of the energy space. As we are leading in distribution, it would be good for us to sort of see, as we move into generation, in particular solar powered generation, that we get to know the key players, who are the right people for us to work with in terms of building our solar power plant, who are the right financiers, who are the right EPC contractors, who are the right individuals that can help us continue to expand our business.
Absolutely. And Financial Insight promises to be right with you as you present yourself to the market, as it were, and gain more visibility. So it's a pleasure hosting you here today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And I'm so excited to continue to work with Financial Insight during EFFA and afterwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, Natasha Kamanga here, excited to work with Financial Insight. I hope you are excited to watch this content, and I implore you to keep tuned, stay tuned to all our platforms. We are on all the major social platforms, and we also have our brand new website. It's financialinsight.africa. My name is Clarence Chongo, your presenter today. And as we always say at Financial Insight, get to know.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting interview by Financial Insight. We are currently at the Northwestern Energy offices, where I'll be speaking to the Chief Executive, Mr. Andrew Kamanga, ahead of the Energy Forum for Africa conference, which will be happening in September. Financial Insight is an exclusive media partner for this particular event, and we decided to come and engage with one of the key sponsors of the event. So stay tuned for this particular interview to learn more about Northwestern Energy. Welcome back. As I had indicated, I'm sitting down with the CEO of Northwestern Energy, Mr. Andrew Kamanga. Mr. Kamanga, how are you?
Very well, thank you, and it's nice to be on your platform.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. We know that this is the first time that you obviously are featuring on the platform, but for many of our viewers who do not know, who Andrew Kamanga's Northwestern Energy are you able to just give us a little bit of a background? Because we are aware that you have Northwestern Energy has been a key player in the energy sector, specializing more on the distribution side, with a lot of presence in Northwestern Province. We understand that you've electrified parts of Lumwana, Kalumbila, and Sulawesi. So I'll let you explain what Northwestern Energy is all about.
Thank you very much. Northwestern Energy is the first private electricity distribution company in Zambia. We started out in Lumwana in 2008 and moved on to Sulawesi in Kabitaka in 2013, and then Kalumbila as well in 2013. So basically our model is to service the mine township, and we supply power to the non-township loads. So our clients are basically the miners, as well as the commercial, and indeed the mines themselves, who also buy power from us. So we have a mix in terms of the customer types. We've got residential, commercial, social services, which are schools, and then of course the industrial customers. So we buy our power from ZESCO, and then we've invested in our distribution networks in Sulawesi, Lumwana, and Kalumbila. So our model is basically to provide power to the mine townships. So we do it for the 2 mine townships under FQM, which is Kabitaka and Kalumbila, and under Barrick, which is Lumwana. So in a nutshell, that's who we are.
Right, and you have mentioned that you supply mostly to the mines. Are you able to just elaborate like what type of license you have with the Energy Regulation Board that allows you to do that?
Yes, I think our license is for supply and distribution. So we have long-term offtake agreements with ZESCO, where we have a bulk supply agreement with ZESCO. And on the other side, we've signed long-term concessions with the mining companies who've basically hosted us to be able to invest in the mine townships. So we do have licenses from ERB. And just to give you an idea, on the residential tariff, what the customers pay in the mine townships is exactly what ZESCO charges. So we don't have any difference. So regardless of where you are, you pay the same rate.
Right. Now, and thank you so much for that clarity. Now, obviously, as a key player in the electricity distribution sector in Zambia's Northwestern province, are you able to share how Northwestern Energy's role and projects contribute to the broader energy landscape in the region?
Yes, I think our role is basically to also be part and parcel of the energy access, which is basically the government program to ensure that all areas are serviced. So in our small way, we've contributed to the connections in Solwezi, Lumwana, and Kalumbila. And in fact, in Kalumbila now, we are just hitting over 5,000, and the mine township is growing. We are being given more areas to connect, which obviously enhances and increases our operating space. So in terms of our contribution and impact, yes, we see ourselves as a key player. And we are also looking at additional distribution opportunities where we can continue. But of course, to be able to do that, it's how we take the investment forward. We basically have invested already in excess of $10 to $15 million. We are now looking at going into generation, which will obviously call for additional investment. And from a strategic point of view, we are looking at even bringing in new equity partners into the business so that we are able to increase our footprint within the Northwest, as well as anywhere else where distribution is required within Zambia.
Right. Now, in a few days' time, we will be having the Energy Forum for Africa. And as I indicated in my introductory remarks, Northwestern Energy are sponsors of this particular event. Are you able to share with our viewers, what motivated you and your team to participate in this event, and what do you hope to achieve by participating in this key second edition of the Energy Forum for Africa?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm happy that you've mentioned. We are indeed one of the sponsors for the upcoming energy event. And our motivation was purely that we should create more visibility, because we've been sitting back without a lot of people knowing what we do. If you ask an average Zambian who the key players in the electricity space are, they will obviously mention ZESCO, they will mention CEC. Those we serve will know about Northwestern Energy. But of course, where we are now, we are casting our net wider, and one of the areas where we feel that we need to create awareness is for us to engage in corporate sponsorship of the events such as the forum that's coming up, but also it will help us to build our brand in the market, within and outside. But most importantly, one of our key expectations is that the forum will bring in a lot of different investors. You'll be having bankers in there, developers. So it's a mix of all the key players in the energy space. So if those are available and we are part and parcel, it's easy for us to make a pitch. As I indicated earlier, we are looking at going into generation, which is a new project dimension for us. So we hope that through the forum, we'll be able to get as much support for our new investments as we are looking at. So obviously for us to be able to be visible, we have to be a key player in there. And that is why we said this opportunity was just too good for us to let it pass.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, you will be seeking to leverage the participation in the conference itself. We also understand that part of it will also be to make connections, B2B connections. So, would you say that that is also by and large one of the main things that Northwestern Energy will be doing?
Of course, it is, because as I said, we've got an expansion project coming in through the solar generation. So we obviously are going into a new space. We expect to see EPC contractors, we expect to see funders, we expect to see even new investors who may be looking at replicating the model of our distribution that we are currently doing for the mining investors. But most importantly, the mining industry is growing. I think government has a target of producing up to 3 million tons of copper. And we see new mines coming up. So we think that with the new mines, we should also be knocking on their doors to be able to provide them with the current service that we are providing in Solwezi, Lomwana, and Kalombila. So ours is obviously medium to long term in terms of strategic focus, but it's all encompassing. So where we can reach, we are more than happy. Our model has worked very well, and I think we've been around since 2008. We've obviously refined, we understand better the business in terms of risk. In fact, now we've got load shedding, which has also come as a challenge, but it's been obviously augmented by the traders who've come in. So it's also a new dimension to what we are traditionally used to doing. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely. Now, on a final note, we understand that EFFA will be attracting a broad spectrum of stakeholders who will be attending the event. How will people be able to engage with Northwestern Energy? Will you be having a stand at this event? And will part of the team be there to answer any key questions about the company?
Yes, we've basically got a stand, and we will have our technical guys as well as our corporate team to be on hand to explain what we are doing, and also create the opportunities for the same business-to-business meetings that we may get. So we see a lot of opportunities in reaching out to other key players within the spectrum of the industry, whether it's the funders, it's the equipment suppliers. For example, we are looking at a new project to obviously upgrade our metering system. So I'm sure there will be somebody who will be pitching with a new set of smart meters. So it's all part of being in the same room with everyone else.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Mr. Kamanga, thank you so much for speaking to us. And we do look forward to covering you at this second edition of the Africa, or rather the Energy Forum for Africa.
Well, thank you very much. And I think in conclusion, we must give acknowledgement and credit to Financial Insight for a job well done. I think you are really carrying us along, and we hope a lot of other players will also see the value that you provide to this particular forum and other forums. So for me, it's just to encourage others to look to Financial Insight for whatever support they may need. But certainly for us, you've come through, and we are so grateful, and we appreciate your presence.
Absolutely. No, the pleasure is all ours. We look forward to covering you and the team at the second edition of the Africa Energy Forum.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So as we've indicated, Financial Insight are media partners of Northwestern Energy Power Company. So stay tuned for more insights and follow the platforms during the Energy Forum for Africa event that will be taking place in the middle of September 2025. I've been your host for this interview, Mweloj Vesokunda, and as we always say at Financial Insight, get to know.
Hi everyone. My name is Chikoma Kazunga, and I'm the head of business development here at Africa Green Co. Africa Green Co. is a renewable energy aggregator and trader that's active in Zambia, Zimbabwe, as well as South Africa. We're very excited to be attending the Energy Forum for Africa starting next week, September 10 to 12. We attended this conference last year, and I was impressed at how much attention was being paid to this event, not only by the government. I believe the president was present and gave a very impressive speech to all who were in attendance, but also other stakeholders were present, including the banking sector, independent power producers, the ERB, and we're expecting the same this year. This is a very high-profile conference that is focused on finding ways to solve the energy crisis in Zambia. We are very much a player in that space. We are very committed to being a part of the solution to the energy crisis that we're currently facing. And we're optimistic that the right steps are being taken to allow us to emerge from this crisis. We will be there all 3 days. We are also looking to contract with developers that have renewable energy projects that are that are either in construction or built or close to being in construction, because we would like to buy that power from you. So if you are interested in contracting and getting offtake from Africa Green Co., please get in touch with us and we can set up a meeting at the EFFA. Looking forward to seeing you there next week.
Hello, good to be speaking with you again. My name is Wezi Gondwe, Managing Director, Greenco Power Services Limited, Zambia. Well, EAFF's time is upon us again, and we're really looking forward to participating and being part of the success story of this year's conference again. Last year, the inaugural EFFA was a real landmark, I think, in Zambia's energy sector industry. We drew in participation from a region and from beyond the borders of Africa. Specifically for Greenco, last year's event marked the initiation of our engagement with ZESCO and KNBE on a significant project that even by world standards, in a relatively short time, we were able to collaborate on and saw the commissioning of earlier this year in Chisamba, that being the 100 megawatt solar project, and other useful collaborations and engagements that came out of that. There's a real air of excitement now, with a number of projects that are in the pipeline, both with us and with other developers and organizations in the industry, and so it's great to see that the EFF goes beyond just bringing people together, but makes projects and transactions happen. And the key thing for us is to keep the momentum going. Investing in energy and infrastructure is a long-term game, and it's long-term capital commitments, and dealing with with risk in the medium and long term. So Zambia's got momentum. We've got wind in our sails. We want to keep that going, and we want to make an even bigger push at this year's event. In addition to large strategic projects, we also want to give focus this year to the smaller players, especially those driven by local or indigenous sponsors and business people, to really bring those into the fold and make sure that we've got them covered as well in our story and energy transition. On the regulatory front, we all know that the open access regime is being rolled out, and that just gives even greater impetus to future development, future investment, and the viability of the sector. So we're really excited. We look forward to seeing you there this year. Bring your projects. Let us know those who want to meet us. We'll certainly be reaching out to you, and we look forward to engaging and doing even more, and greater projects as a result of this year's conference.